What is going on, Legends? It's your boy Crispy, and today we're going to be reviewing Call of Duty World War II. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the campaign, the multiplayer, and the zombies mode. If you like this video, remember to hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. If you don't want any spoilers about the campaign or anything, I'm not going to spoil too much, but there is going to be some spoilers in this game. So if you don't want to, hurry up, beat that campaign, and click back onto this video. I've had a little over a week with this game. I have beaten the campaign on veteran. I've already prestiged once on multiplayer, and I beat the easiest Easter egg on zombies mode. I haven't beaten the hardcore Easter egg, but I have done the simple one that it tells you like how to do, and it shows you the steps of what to do. But so far, I've had a really good experience with this game. The only thing I could say is I kind of didn't want to do this review yet because they haven't really put out a patch yet to fix the servers, and I feel like they really need to fix like the way the game runs so I can kind of get a really better observation of how the game should be. Right now, I do want to talk about the campaign though. That's why you got this gameplay in the background. Kind of want to let you guys know about what I think about this part of the game, because there's about 3 portions of this game if you don't know. It's zombies, multiplayer, and the campaign mode. Beat this game on veteran. It was a really good campaign experience. Believe it or not, guys, Infinite Warfare, yes, I'm going to talk about it a little bit. I really liked the campaign in Infinite Warfare. I thought it was a really good like story, and like even though the multiplayer was like atrocious and the zombies was horrible, the campaign in that game was actually really good. This one is a good playoff on that. It's we're going back to World War II, boys. You already know, if you guys have been living under a rock, this game's going to be taking place in World War II. You start off on the beaches of Normandy and you end up in the Rhine. That's the very last mission, I believe. And in this game, like, just the detail that every character has. If you guys look at this, look at the graphics in this game. It's amazing. You really feel like you're in war. And if I can compare it to anything else, I think I could compare it to Battlefield 1. Reason being, I'm not saying that they copied Battlefield 1, but the campaign in Battlefield 1, you actually felt like you were in war. Like, just so much chaos going around, and you really feel like your anxiety and your blood pressure just starts rising up because you really feel like you're in the middle of what's going on, and you kind of get a little scared feeling for your character, and you kind of really you really care about what's going to happen next. This mission in particular really made me feel like I was in one of my favorite movies, Saving Private Ryan. The beginning of Saving Private Ryan, when they take the beach. This is like exactly what, like, I was pretty much playing that scene from the movie, and it was just insane. You play as this guy from Texas. He's just literally just a young guy who got recruited, and look at this. He's just looking around because he can't really believe where he's at right now. Look at all these dead bodies, limbs flying everywhere, guys are on fire. He really doesn't know what the hell is going on, and that's what I mean by this game really just makes you feel like you're in hell, like you're in chaos of what's going on right now. I really thought that was really authentic, and I really liked the way that they played it off with these characters and with the scenes that they put around you. I think we should talk about the most important thing that everyone was excited for with this game, and that is the gameplay. When it comes to that, I think we could talk about the fact that there's no jetpacks no more. That's a really good aspect to this game. I really think that this game, I was really scared when they said they were going to make it in World War II. Now, I was really excited, don't get me wrong, but when they did say it was going to be in World War II, we haven't had a World War II game since World at War in Call of Duty. Like, that's insane to think about. And so, World at War was made in, if I do believe I'm right, in 2008. So, I was like, how are they going to get the same playstyle from a 2008 style game and bring it into 2017? How are they going to make it as fast-paced without making it so slow that people just get bored of the game? So I thought they did it really good. They did like speed up the characters, so you're not kind of like walking around like in Halo or anything like that. And so I really thought they did it really nice in this game. In this game, pretty much the only other move that you can have besides regular like basic movement is your dolphin dive, back from Battlefield. I'm sorry, back from Black Ops 1. And that's really nice in this game. I think that it's really useful. It's not something that you don't really like forget is there. You do use it a lot in multiplayer as well as in the campaign. Look at all these guys. These guys are insane. Playing this game on veteran was actually pretty scary because one of the biggest things they did in the campaign this year was they took away your health that regenerates. They took that away, and they added these like health packs, which is really cool because if you're an old school Call of Duty player or old school Medal of Honor player, that's how you did it back in the day. You had these health packs, and if you were dying, you put your health pack on, your health did not regenerate. And so that was actually pretty cool, and it actually adds a new like factor into the game with your teammates. Makes you care about which teammates are around you, because as you can see in the corner, Zussman is the guy who holds all my med packs, this guy right here. And so if I'm ever running low on med packs, which it tells me in the bottom left corner, I could just ask him for another one, and it loads up. His regenerates, so I have to wait a while for the next med pack to be available. It does this with many other characters in the game, except only Zussman can give me med packs. Other characters give you things like ammo, spot your enemies, and one of my favorite one was mortar strike. One of the guys just gives you a smoke grenade, so you can call in a mortar strike. So I think that's a really cool way that they implemented, so that you actually, like I said, care about the characters that are around you, because you care which abilities are available for you at the time in which mission. Aside from blowing people's arms and legs off, one of the most gruesome things in this game is the flamethrower or any other type of fire, like incendiary rounds, Molotovs, or like I said, my favorite, the flamethrower. The just effect of someone screaming at the top of their lungs because they're in like pure pain. Like, I know that might sound a little psychopathic, that I enjoy like the way that they added that, but I swear I mean it in the most artistic way I can. But I just think that, like I said, it makes you feel like you're there. It makes you feel like whoever fought in this war, that really, like, that sucks. You know what I'm saying? Look at this amateur hour right here. I know that a lot of people like to make jokes about how Call of Duty is just a pure, like, it's a child's game and things like that, because of just the audience that really plays it a lot. But the story in this game was actually very deep. It was like watching a movie when you're watching each of the cutscenes. You felt for the characters, you felt for what was going on, as I said before. And I think that's what made it made you really care for these characters. I really do believe that. If you do like the older Call of Duties, like from back in the day, this plays a lot of like homages to it, or whatever you want to call it. Like this one right here, this is like kind of a throwback to Call of Duty 3. You can see that I have to constantly tap X as I fight with this German Nazi guy. But this is something that was like from back in the day in Call of Duty 3. You had to constantly hit a button, or you had to constantly turn your controller over and over again while you were fighting with another guy. And so that's like kind of cool. I forget what the term is for something like this. It's like quick action or something. But something like this I thought was a really cool just throwback to the older Call of Duties. I'm sure that they have had it in like previous ones, but this is something that I know started back, I'm pretty sure, in COD 3, and we haven't really had a World War II game like that, and so it's just really cool to see that happening. Other things include like a tank level. Like I said, if you played Call of Duty back in the day, you know that every single Call of Duty like that was in World War II had a tank level, and we're all looking forward to it, and that's what happens in this game. It's not as like, the only thing I didn't like about it was it was a first-person tank level, and when I'm in a tank, I kind of want to see the entire tank, but this one takes place, it has a first-person point of view, and it still played off really, really good, and it was super duper intense because you were fighting nothing but tanks that were stronger than you, and you have to actually outmaneuver them and kind of outsmart them, especially when you're playing on veteran. This right here is actually pretty cool. You're dragging your teammate through an entire battlefield as you cover him with nothing but a pistol. If you're doing this on veteran, yeah, it might take a couple tries, but it was actually really cool. Just like I said, cinematic wise, it's like you're watching a movie right now. You really care that your teammate gets to safety into a medic because he just got stabbed. Transitioning into the most sketchy part of this review, for me at least, and that is we're moving into multiplayer right now. Why do I feel sketchy about this? Because I really don't feel the developers were ready to launch this game. Because so far the beta has ran better than this, like the final version of this game, and I personally do not understand why. Maybe because of the overwhelming amount of people who bought this game. I'm really curious as to see what the sales numbers were for this game. Right now we are in headquarters, which if you have played any Destiny, it is like it being in the tower. This is where the social hub for every player is supposed to be. It hasn't worked right, honestly, for me since the very first night this game has released. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is this is supposed to be a social like area for every Call of Duty player, and so there's supposed to be literally like 20 plus people just running around getting their stuff done. As you can see right now, I'm going to Major Howard, who gives you your daily like challenges or your weekly challenges, and you can redeem them for like supply drops or anything like that, or like XP. But yeah, there's supposed to be like a bunch of people running around. And when I got this game the day before its official release date, it was working. Like I was really shocked that it was working. There was a lot of people, and I remember telling myself, I don't know how the servers are able to handle this. The very next day, guys, I kid you not, I've been in nothing but like every single day since then. I've been in an empty headquarters lobby. Like if you do invite someone, yeah, they're in your headquarters lobby with you. But there's supposed to be like 20 plus people on this beach with you, running around doing these gunsmith, doing this 1v1 match right here. I really want to see how that works. Like doing that, getting their contracts and everything like that, or going to the firing range. But so far, it really has not worked, and I'm really hopeful that it starts up like working soon, because like I said, I didn't really want to do this review because of it. You know, I really feel like this game was not ready to be launched out, and I really wanted to wait it, but I remember asking myself, you know, I really wonder when it's going to be ready. So, I don't know. Hopefully it gets fixed soon. Hopefully, you know, it just gets resolved. Now, what about the actual gameplay of multiplayer that everybody cares about? It works really good, guys. I'm having literally a lot of fun when I play this game. I always want to play COD World War II, I can say. It's not like Infinite Warfare where I kind of just want to get on there and grind. No, I actually like playing this game. I like using the weapons. I genuinely like using the kill streaks, which is really crazy because I haven't had that in a very long time, where the kill streaks were genuinely fun and you actually wanted to earn them. So that's pretty cool. One of my favorites is probably the fire, like it's like a napalm strike. I didn't even know they had that in World War II. But that's actually probably one of my favorite. My favorite map, probably Gustav's Cannon, because I love sniping on that game. I already have like most of the camos for my Springfield sniper. That's how much I've been grinding this game. But yeah, the maps on this game, there's 10 maps. I'm pretty familiar with all of them. I couldn't name them like all of them off the top of my head. I know which ones is which. But there's 10 of them. What do I say about that number? You know, it's not that, because I do really wish that there was more maps, but I don't say that because the maps that we have suck. It's just, it kind of gets repetitive when there's like the map vote is in the pregame lobby, and pretty much you just played the next map a few games ago. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, the selection's not very wide. It's gonna grow, but it's not gonna grow very much, because what's gonna happen in the map packs, 3 multiplayer maps are gonna come out and 1 war map is gonna come out, and then a zombies map, of course. But pretty much it's gonna go 3 maps at a time. So 3 times 4, 12, or am I right about that? 3 times 4 is 12, and so 12 more maps. We're gonna end up with 22 maps in this final version of the game in a few months. But so far, I love every single map on this game. I'm definitely having fun with it. I have played the war mode that I will show you guys right now, but so far the base, I've been playing nothing but domination, and everything's been working good. It hasn't been taking too long to level up, but I think that's because they messed up and they added like the game started off with double XP. So I don't know. I'm having fun with the game. I can't wait to see what new maps they add to it. I can't wait to see. I'm literally so driven right now to get to Master Prestige, you guys don't even know. I kind of do want to go back into, though, why I think this game was not ready to be released. Not only the servers that don't work in headquarters gameplay, but one of the most annoying things, and I'm pretty sure it happens at the end of this game, one of the most annoying things that happens is like I said, the lobbies, they disconnect constantly. Not really during the matches, that doesn't really happen too often, but what happens is, let's say you finish a map, or you finish a match, and then you get returned to the pregame lobby. Well, it returns you to headquarters, and it says, you know, you were disconnected from the lobby. Not because of your fault. It happens literally to everyone because the servers just crash right after the game happens. And why does that suck for me personally? Well, when let's say you're going for a daily challenge that says you got to get a certain amount of wins, if you get that win and then it disconnects right after the game, the win doesn't count. Even if it was a loss, it doesn't count, and that really sucks because you feel like you wasted your time. In terms of the XP, yeah, it does still stay with you, but it just kind of sucks when you're constantly just like grinding for these wins and they just don't count because the servers just aren't able to hang. Other than that, there's some things in headquarters like the camos, like the custom camos or whatever, which I personally don't care about, but it says coming soon, and I honestly never like that in a game when it says coming soon. They did that last year with Infinite Warfare when it came to the custom emblems, and I swear they didn't come for like another 8 months. And I really hope I don't think it's going to be the situation with the custom camos, but still, I just never like when a game comes out and it just says, look at this guy, and it just says, you know, coming soon, because it makes me feel like the game was not ready to be released. Transitioning into the war mode just for a brief minute, this is a mode that they actually had a whole different developer work on for them. Like I said, in the map packs, each map pack's going to include one actual map for each for the war mode, because the regular maps aren't played in war mode. They're like customized maps, is like specifically for war mode, and I like it so far. I really do like the game mode. If there's ever is a challenge to get a certain amount of war like wins or anything like that, I never really get upset because I genuinely like playing this game. The only thing is, the games just kind of last a really long time, and you kind of do get bored of being on the same map. If you are on a really bad team, that gets super annoying because there are some people who just don't like to play the objective, and that's really the only like purpose of playing this mode, is if you really like playing objectives. Really, it reminds me of the push the cart in a Overwatch match. So that's pretty cool. I really like it. I really can't wait to see what other maps they add to it. I like playing it, but like I said, not my favorite game mode. Now, let's go into what everybody has probably been waiting for, and that is the zombies in this game. This is actually, believe it or not, this is the game that I did do the Easter egg for the first time. The only thing is, I didn't record the entire thing, which kind of sucks. But that game did last for like probably damn near 2 hours. And so I was like, I really don't want to record all of that, because then this whole recording would have been over 2 hours, and that would have been probably close to 3 hours. So right now I just wanted to just give you guys a brief of what I think about the zombies. As you can see right now, there's loadouts, now there's classes, there's just different kind of perks that you can have. They kind of wanted to redo zombies in a whole new way, just like every other game claims to do, like Advanced Warfare Zombies or Infinite Warfare Zombies. Those games, they really tried hard to separate themselves from the natural zombies, and they did, but not in a really good way. So this is Sledgehammer's second chance at trying to separate themselves from the Treyarch zombies, and they did a really great job. I love zombies in this game, guys. I really do. I think everything works, you know, when it comes to their perk systems, when it comes to their like the perks that you have in your loadout, as well as the perks that are on the map. I start this game off single-handed, but more people join. But I really just think that this works, and I really can't wait to see what other maps that they add to this game. Like I said, I already did the first Easter egg. Now I can get the second one out of the way before the new map comes out. Now, besides the actual perks and everything in this game and the loadouts, what does this company and this game do to separate themselves from the like OG zombies? Personally, it's the horror factor that they add to this game. Look at this. Just a bunch of fire zombies with no arms running right after you. That's crazy. But I kind of talked about it in my very first gameplay of zombies. I kind of did its own little review that I probably shouldn't have done, but I'm going to kind of recap that a little bit. Basically, this game really does its best to be like it really tries to scare you. I knew that was their objective from the start when they released their first trailer for zombies. I just didn't know how they were going to pull it off, because like I said, zombies is where you're running around with these colorful guns, and they can just try and you just run around with colorful guns killing zombies, getting these magical perks, and it really wasn't that scary of a thing. It was more of just kind of a fun arcadey thing. This kind of throws you in its own little horror thing. This camo that I have right now is the craziest camo. Like, I'm not saying that that I think it's crazy, but what I'm saying is it doesn't get crazier than that, which is really I can respect that, because otherwise it would probably take away from the horror aspect of this. What makes it horror, other than the way that the zombies look with their guts and stuff hanging out, and they're the most detailed zombies ever. This game literally has jump scares in it. You'll be running around a map, and out of nowhere a zombie will drop from the ceiling, and it'll play a high note from a piano to try and get you off guard. And that's really I can't think of any other game that's done that before where that hasn't been in a campaign. Because if you think about it, this is a multiplayer mode, and it's still able to pull off a jump scare. That's insane, and I really do think that's crazy that the developers were able to do that. And I'm really happy that they actually did pull off their... I think that they succeeded in what they wanted to do, and that is making a horror zombie mode. One of the few things that I don't like about zombies, and there's very few things that I don't like about this mode, but that's probably is the mystery box. As you can see, that is the mystery box right there. Doesn't have any writing on it, doesn't really have any theme to it. It's literally just a metal box. What I don't like about it, and it's really small, but it is something that I really do notice every time I use it. It doesn't really make any noise, you know what I'm saying? It just kind of opens up, and it does its little cycle, and then it picks a gun for you. Little things I know they probably, I said, they want to keep the horror aspect of it, but the old mystery boxes, they would make music sounds, and it would tell you when you got a bear, so that the mystery box moves. But this game, it just doesn't make any noise. And then when you get a bear, when the mystery box moves position, it doesn't really give you any indication. It kind of just opens up and doesn't do anything. It just stops lighting up, and that's it. And so I don't think that's a really good indication letting you know that the box is moved. One of the things that I do like is that they did add the easy Easter egg for people who are just kind of casual players, because before, Easter eggs were kind of things that you had to do with your friends, people that actually knew what was going on, whereas yeah, they do have that they have that hardcore Easter egg, but now they have the easy Easter egg that literally anyone who you see in a public match is able to do. It tells you in the corner of if you hit select, it tells you what your next objective is to do. And I think that's really cool. There is some times where yeah, even though that's there, you have dumbass people who really don't know what the hell they're doing, and they don't use the Tesla gun when they're supposed to, so that kind of sucks. But for the most part, everyone, since they have the words of what to do and a list of objectives, they pretty much participate in it. And so I think that's really cool for casual players, and if you are a hardcore player, you do the hardcore Easter egg as well. So that's really cool, and I really can't wait to see how they implement that in other maps, and how they give other kind of easy Easter eggs. And I can't really wait to do things like that. But I do think those are my thoughts on this game. This is going to be a 20-minute plus video because of how much I covered and the 3 modes that there are in this game. I mean, I like this game overall. I really enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. Because multiplayer is one of the modes that I do play the most next to zombies, it kind of sucks when a mode like that just doesn't work the way it's supposed to. So like I said, I kind of wish I could have waited a little bit to do this review so they can kind of patch it out, and maybe things will get a little better. But as of right now, things just aren't the greatest for multiplayer mode. But I do think it is fun when it does work. The multiplayer matches themselves aren't ever really interrupted. So when it comes to the matches, I do enjoy them. Campaign, amazing campaign. I am definitely going to play it again. Zombies, oh my god, I love zombies, guys. It's great. If you are a zombies fan, you are going to love this mode. But other than that, I think the only negative about this game has to be the multiplayer not working. I can say, guys, I know this is going to be really weird. I'm going to kind of give you guys 2 review numbers. If the multiplayer servers were working the way they were supposed to work, this game would easily be a 9 out of 10. It really would. But because of how annoying the servers are when they lag you out of games constantly, and when just challenges aren't really working the way they're supposed to work, it really sucks. So I think I'm gonna have to just go ahead and give this game, because of the way it's not working right now, a 7.5 out of 10. I know a lot of people probably want to, I think people are going to think that multiplayer, that's going to take a lot of points off for no reason, but I really think that that ruins the way the game plays in multiplayer. But guys, that is what I think about this game. If you don't like it, please roast me in the comments. I always welcome it. If you do like this review, I do reviews on games. For the most part, I missed Assassin's Creed. I'm probably going to miss Star Wars, which really sucks, but I'm going to try and get those reviews out as soon as possible. But I do reviews on the channel all the time. If you are new, please subscribe. And I do gameplays constantly of World War II, so look out for. But anyways, guys, that is my review of this game. I do hope you guys liked it. I'm Crispy. It's been lit. We out.